finishes so far on the evening. Perhaps another one here. That's tight! He's out! He's out!
You know straight away. You knew before everybody else.
A technical submission!
Welcome to DAZN MMA. I'm Dan Hardy, joined by Simeon Powell. We're going back to Newcastle, PFL Europe 1, and we're going to look at Simeon Powell's arm triangle finish against Mohamed Amine. And I've pulled a few clips out because I want to kind of pick your brain and kind of figure out where your head was at in this, because, you know, a big event, a big deal, loads of eyes on you. Yeah. So here we are right now on your walkout, like big smile on your face, you're having a good time. Like, talk me through what's going on, what's the emotion here?
Do you know what? It's like before there's just this, I'm really focused, really quiet. Then there's a switch, and then I realised like this is what I live for and this is what I'm good at, and like it was my first main event, and I was like, do you know what? Let me just have fun, let me just take it all in. Yeah.
And when is the switch? When do you feel like, right, okay, it's go time? Is it now before you walked out, or is it when you're getting announcements?
Behind the curtain, I think. I think it's behind that, do you know, and it's the curtain, and then you're getting ready to walk out and see, like when you start seeing a few of the fans as you walk, that's my switch. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be good.
And what's this bit like? So you know who you're fighting, Mohamed Amine, good kickboxer, what you're expecting. Yeah. What's in your mind right now as you're standing across the smart cage from him?
Literally just like, I don't know, it's a weird one because it's like each opponent is different, and I look at him and it's like the confidence, the talking he was giving the whole way through fight week and stuff. Like, I saw a little switch in this cage. Like, I saw that he didn't look as confident as he usually does. He didn't have that kind of swagger that he kind of came with fight week, and I was like, okay, I got you.
That GB top team flag needs a wash.
Yeah, it's got
it's got some history on it. None of your blood though, no?
Nah, you know, stay smooth, man.
So face off, why do you think he's squatting down here doing the Joanne Jacek look? He's looking up at you.
He's trying to be intimidating, but for me, like, we're just fighting now.
So what's game plan here? So you're outside, you're making the most of your reach advantage, couple of feints here, hip feints.
I'm just saying, I wanted to see, because like videos and things online, that they don't really translate. So I just wanted to see like his speed. I wanted to give me something, like, so I could feel him. You know what I mean? But I guess he was doing the same thing for me. But in my head, I'm like, this is a tournament style. I can't get injured. Let me just be smart and not make any mistakes and just go for a clinical finish.
And is it in your mind right now that at some point you're going to level change, you're going to put him on the floor?
Yeah, most definitely. My coach was like, you've got to, like, we're going to take this guy down. I know you want to strike with him, but take him down and win the fight.
Nice. It's a good drive. So double leg up against the fence, knee in the centre line. I can see Ash Grimshaw and your corner team there coaching. Are you hearing what they're saying?
Yeah, they're like, just be patient, and like, they're just telling me be patient because he's going to, I thought he would be a bit more, what's the word? Like, I think he would panic a bit more. He was quite calm in that position, but
yeah, he kind of stopped and held you, didn't he?
I thought he would panic and try to square his hips a bit.
Like, is this a takedown that you've drilled? This is something that you've been using. So
100%.
You're driving in from this back foot, driving him up against the fence. You got a wrap around on both sides there, so you're controlling his legs. And once you get your hands together on that back side, you feel confident you can just lift him.
Yeah, 100%. And the way I'm driving, I feel I'm really trying to make it uncomfortable for him. So I'm really driving my shoulder into his rib.
So we're getting shoulder pressure in here.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here. So I feel like what I thought he was going to do a lot earlier was square his hips.
Right.
And then I could just snatch his legs as he squared his hips.
Gotcha. But he's staying quite side on.
Yeah, he kind of stayed there and he kind of enjoyed the pressure. So I was like, all right, cool, let me just pick him up and...
Hands together, little lift and a slam.
Yeah.
And then straight into half guard. So you're working from this position. Have you got set routines that you work from this position?
Usually,
did you have the arm triangle in mind?
Yeah, no, like I've got a few ideas when like in that position. As like I'd like to get like heavy shoulder pressure on the face and maybe go into mount. And but yeah, no, I like to also punch from half guard, which I wish I worked more.
So now you're in mounts. First time you've been in mount for this fight. What you thinking here? You're like, I've got it. I'm here. I can get the finish here.
This was I smelt blood here, but I feel like this was my only mistake of the fight. I feel like I could have made him look a lot worse than what he was. Like, I think I could have taken my time and set up a few submissions a bit better, but I think I just was like, let me just punch this man in the face.
So you're dealing with a couple of things here at the same time as well. So you've got this wrist control. You're battling with this hand here because, of course, you're trying to strike and he's trying to block at the same time. But then you've got to worry about this back foot over here bridging off the fence.
Right.
You've got to think about him bucking and bridging and stuff. Like, how are you taking into account everything that's going on in this moment now?
So it's like you have that when you're in mount, you have that feeling of the hips. So like when you've got heavy hips, you can feel the kind of where the momentum of him going is. So like if he does try to buck, that's when you'd feel that kind of hip change, and you might brace for that, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I'm also controlling the hand, trying to punch. I would love to elbow, but it's PFL, isn't it?
Well, we get to the pay-per-view events, we might start adding elbows back in. That'd be nice.
That would be a good one.
I'd be a fan of that. I like that you're hitting to the body as well.
Yeah.
Like you're going body and then coming around the arm, because you've got control of this wrist still.
Yeah.
But you're trying to work around this hand, so you're hitting to the body, then you're coming around to the side of the head as well. Like mixing up your targets, giving him too much to think about.
Definitely. I didn't want to blow my gas as well, so I was trying to pick my shots.
Yeah. Lovely body shots there. So he was stubborn, wasn't he? But he wasn't giving you much in terms of escaping.
Escaping, yeah.
Because obviously, like in these positions, like if he's trying to scramble and escape, trying to get back to half guard or whatever, you've got options to start working submissions. Whereas, given the fact that he's trying to control you and hold on.
Yeah.
You're just having to work with what you've got. Are you trying to force an arm triangle a bit there?
Maybe. I think maybe.
Maybe. So that's the end of the first round. So so first round was dominant. You moved around. You used a few feints. You drew him in. You shot in up against the fence, took him down, and then dominated from top position. So your corner team comes in. What are they telling you ready for the next round?
Just stay alert, stay focused, and good round one.
And then straight away you're like, right, okay, he's going to be even more tentative now because now he knows I'm going to take him down.
Yeah, of course.
What are your main striking targets? What are you looking at here? That lead leg, of course.
His legs, yeah, like definitely his leg. Like I noticed as well. Maybe I don't know. I heard an interview he done. He said that he wouldn't want to get knocked out because he's a quick boxer, right? And he would hate to get knocked out by like an MMA fighter. So in my head, I'm like, that would probably make you a bit tentative at times, you know what I mean? So I'm like, maybe if I push the pace a bit, but then I think Coach Ash was like, no, take him down.
Do the right thing. And
yeah.
This is quite similar to where we were before. Hang on, let me take that back.
Yeah.
Quite similar to where we were before. Could you feel he was a bit more tired at this point?
Yeah.
Like you can see him breathing, like you're driving from that back leg again, 100%. Driving that shoulder pressure in.
And this time his like hips are pretty square. Or like, so I felt like it was just an easy takedown. So it was literally just, I was buying my time, and I thought maybe he'd get over keen and try and go for a guillotine, but I knew I could pass the leg if he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was just waiting, and literally it was just, I was just all in full control at this point, if that makes sense.
And I know that feeling as well, being pinned up against the fence when you're struggling to breathe and you're driving your shoulder into his lungs. He's like, struggling to breathe. So did you feel like you'd be able to get the finish in this round if you were able to get it back down to the floor?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like he gave up a bit.
Right.
I could feel his breath like a bit heavier.
What are you hearing from the crowd? Are you hearing your fans and your family?
Yeah. I could hear, like, at this point I think I made eye contact with my mum. And my mum's like literally pacing up inside down the cage, and
she's not dancing just yet, no.
Finish him.
So he's hanging on to you here.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to get some separation with his grip. Are you still thinking striking, or you're like, right, okay, now I think the arm triangle's going to be on? Yeah,
so at this point I'm thinking of finish now, but I think at this point as well I was like, let me just punch him. Like, I'm in a dominant position, let me not force anything. Like, he's got to move, he's in a bad position, do you know what I mean? So I'm just like punching. Then he turned, And I
Yeah,
think I
that
was
wrist
thinking,
control
all right,
again.
cool, I got you now.
Yeah. So just for a second, you went for that wrist control, that handcuff, that Dagestani style handcuff that we see Khabib using a lot. So you've laced through and controlled this wrist here, which now means that if he continues scrambling, you're on his back. There's nothing he can do about that.
Yeah.
So it was almost like he cleared that, and that gave you the arm triangle position instead. Yeah, you see, he's being difficult with this wrist here, isn't it?
What I wish, I probably should have maybe hung on it a bit longer, maybe, and just maybe drove into the mat a bit more. But I thought, because he was going to turn, I thought, okay, I've got this rear naked. But he kind of didn't commit to the turn fully.
Yeah, he's not giving you his back here, is he? He knows what's coming. He's aware of what's coming. And you must have known as soon as you got to that position, you were like, here it is, I've got it. That looked painful across the jaw.
It was pretty tight, but I just didn't have the angle. But he just went straight back into mount, and I was like, okay, I didn't lose anything from that attempt, if that makes sense.
It's always interesting to see what strikers do from. What's going on here? Are you being told to stop posting on his face?
No, I can't. No, he's complaining that I poked him in his eye.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think I poked him in his eye.
You're not going to pull that over, Mark.
Yeah, bro. And then he he didn't.
It's interesting when you've got a striker on the bottom because they block like they're standing, don't they? You know what I mean? It's difficult.
He was proper hands up and he was trying to throw crosses and jabs, but yeah.
Good work against the body there. See, you're constantly giving him other targets to block. Like he's shelling up and he's covering his head, but you dig that body shot and it just reminds him that those elbows are up. Look, you can see him pulling his elbow down because he's like, where's that body shot coming?
Yeah.
But anytime these arms are reaching up here, like look at that extension there. You must be thinking, right, I just need to get my arms in the right position for this.
Literally, I was just trying to time it because he was flapping around a bit. I just wanted to, when he settled, I heard the clap and I was like, you know what, I still can get this. I know I've got a really tight arm triangle.
Now that was nice. So you got a little gift wrap position there before you sunk the arm triangle in.
Yeah.
Right.
See, that was what I was waiting for because with all the flapping around, I thought if I got that gift wrap, I knew I could get him.
So you're grabbing his wrist. So he's basically like that now.
Yeah.
And you're holding this wrist around the back of his head. So you've got control of that wrist there. And while you're controlling that, you're going to slide your right arm in to the arm triangle position, which is now there. Beautiful. And then knee off to the side. Lovely. Look at that.
And then when I saw him, like when some arches they're back off the gate, the pressure's perfect. And
And you got up smiling then. You knew he was out.
Yeah. Like I could
you got a smile on. You could hear him gurgling, could you?
Literally, it was buzzer beater.
You know straight away.
Buzzer beater.
You knew before everybody else. He's out. Very nice. Very nice. Have you been hitting this a bit more in the gym since you landed in the fight?
Yeah, because everyone's like,
everyone's wise to it.
Trying, you know what I mean? Yeah, but
look at that, beautiful.
I've got a few other submissions in my game that I'd love to display over the years.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing some of these submissions. This one was certainly a surprise. So the right arm's around here, around the back of the neck.
Yeah.
The other arm's joining the grip here. Then you're driving in with this shoulder. And you've also got your knee wedged into his hip at the same time. You've got a few things going on to control him here.
You know, the one thing my coach said that I did wrong was he says toes down. Just
really?
Yeah, he
to make you flatter?
Go, just a bit. Yeah, you're a bit more lower. But I had enough pressure.
Hey, you've got to get those kind of tips from someone like Ash Grimshaw or Brad. They've got so much experience. What a beautiful position that is.
Yeah, he
really
was
nice.
Yeah, it was really tight.
And a good squeeze, and then he went straight out. Was that a relief? Was there a relief that when you got up, you saw him out, you were like, or you're like, ah?
Do you know what? I was like, I didn't mind because like I knew I was completely dominating the fight, but I was like, it's done now. Next stop Paris.
Next stop Paris.
Yeah.
Like so right now, right after the fight, your adrenaline's up, your coaches are coming over, you should have done this, you did this way, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get you. Then your mum's gonna be in the second dancing. This is one of my favourite things about the whole event because you were just in your moment having such a good time.
Yeah, literally. Me and Mumsy. We see each other, we hear music.
Yeah,
It's that time. Do you know what I mean? So
nice, nice. What were her thoughts on this event afterwards?
She loves it. She loves it. She's like, PFL owe her a check though, the amount they keep playing this. She's still waiting for her check.
Royalties in the post or something. Really, really cool.
Yeah,
nice. Do you look back on this and think ahead to Paris and be like, I want to replicate that feeling again?
Yeah.
Or is there something else you want to go and get in Paris?
For like Paris, I'm a bit. It's a bit more dark, this one for me. I don't know. It's like I've got a bit more. I've got something to prove. Like I want to just make it look easy and no games. Like, because I want to get Dublin. Like Dublin's 9 weeks after, I think. I just want to make this one. This one's serious. This one's straight business, and that's what you're gonna see in Paris.
Straight business.
Straight business.
I'm looking forward to it, my friend. I've enjoyed this.
Nice
really
one,
cool. Thanks for your time, my friend. Make sure you check out the fight September 30th in Paris. Simeon Powell in the playoffs, trying to fight for a place in Dublin in December. Don't miss it. See you next time.